Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the session. Welcome, all of you. I hope I'm clearly audible and visible to all of you. Hello, Arun. Welcome, everyone. So today is the first session of the series QA Booster. So I have planned these sessions for CAT 2021 aspirants. So this is the first session. And QA Booster sessions, what we'll do is we'll pick up some good questions across all sections of quants. And then we'll see in what way it can be applied. Now, the purpose of these sessions is to give you more insights on what you have already studied and make you solve questions which can be a little like tricky, and it will definitely give you an idea about if you have learned a concept, how it is applied, because more or less this exam is about that, how good you are in applying the concept that you have learned. Okay, because learning the concept is not challenging at all. You will get thousands of sources, thousands of video lectures that can teach you a particular concept. You'll get numerous books where you'll get lots of questions on that particular concept, but at the end it boils down to the simple fact that when I am in that pressure time crunch situation and I'm facing a new question, how I'm able to deal with it, and how I'm thinking, how is my approach, and how is my judgment, that should I solve that question or not, can it be solved or not. Those things will matter towards the end. Okay, all these things that we're doing, all the sessions that you're attending, all the practice that you're making, all the mock tests that you're giving, everything, the end goal is to do this, that in the exam when I see a question, can I formulate an approach in my mind in that stipulated period of time. If I can do that, then I have done my preparation well and I'm going to score well as well. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the session. So the purpose of this booster sessions is to give you some more additional practice, and as the name suggests, booster. So hopefully it will boost your levels after you have attended these questions in the practice of the YouTube channel. So people who are attending for the first time, once again, welcome all of you to the channel and to this video. And do like the session and subscribe to the Unacademy CAT-alyst channel if you're very new to the platform. Every day you get lots of live sessions being conducted by the top educators, not just for quants, so be it any area, BRC, LRDI, sessions on strategy, and sessions on your like profile building and whatnot. Lots of good content you can find in this channel. So subscribe to the channel and share it with the friends also who can benefit from this as well. So let us begin. Good afternoon, all of you. Welcome to the session. This is a brief introduction of me. I am an MBA and a mechanical engineer. I have close to 4 years of experience in teaching CAT aspirants. I have been giving the exam myself since the last 4 years, and I have got 99 plus in quants all the 4 times. Now, these are my recent scores last year ka CAT 2021. The reason I'm showing this because not long back I was at your place preparing for this exam myself, so I know what it takes to score in an exam like this, what should be your preparation strategy, in what way you should practice, in which way you should look at every chapter. So my perspective of quants, I try and share it in all my sessions so that you can benefit in the same way that I did. Then this is my profile on the Unacademy platform. If you are not part of the platform yet, join the platform, register yourself, and if you are very new to the platform, you can use my code DASLive to watch all my special classes for free. Also, upon using this code while taking a subscription, you can avail a 10% discount. And as I said, all special classes you can unlock it for free. And these are some plus courses that I've completed. If you're taking a subscription, you get access to all these courses, the videos, the class notes, and everything. So go through the courses and let me know what you felt about it, and give a feedback, positive, negative, whatever you feel about the course. Feel free to reach out and let me know about your feedback. This is a 2 month subscription plan for the last leg of preparation CAT 2022 1KL. If you want to subscribe and attend the live lectures or see the courses in a proper systematic manner, you can take a subscription. 2 months, 7,000. and you can use my code DASLife to get a 10% off. Okay, this code will give you a 10% off on your subscription price. So definitely go ahead and take a subscription. Last 2 months, make sure you are making the best use of it. Hello everyone, welcome to the session, and let us start. Look at the first question. I'll give you some time to solve. Just try and solve this and let me know your answer. Not a difficult question. Time and work का है. Just try this. Time and work का question है. Percentage and time and work more or less combined. Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the session, all of you. The number of workers working on a job increases by 50%, and the number of hours they work per day increases by 20%. By what percent should the wage per hour of each worker decrease so that there is no change in the total wage? How do you understand this? Okay, apply your common sense before like getting into answering this. Just apply your common sense. How do I calculate the total wage per day? Think about it. Total wage, total day wage per day will be how much? It's something like total number of workers into their wage per hour into the number of hours. Yes or no? Number of workers into the wage per hour into number of hours. This is how you are going to calculate this. Once you can frame this equation, so let's say this total wage per this is, I'll take total wage PW, number of workers into wage per hour, let it be PW, and number of hours they work, let it be M. Let's say the number of hours they are working, let it be M. This is my equation, right? Once I can formulate the equation properly, then the question is pretty simple. Nothing difficult in the question once you can formulate the equation properly. First thing, it is saying that total wage per day, this part is constant. This is not going to change. This has to remain constant. This is not going to change. This has to remain constant. So what all things are changing in the question? The number of workers, this is changing, and the number of hours they work, that also changes. That means N and M, it's changing. M is the number of hours, okay, and N is the number of workers. So these two things are changing. Good afternoon, all of you. Welcome to the session. Number of hours and number of workers, both of these are changing, but the LHS, the total wage per day, is constant. So let us see what all things happen if I do that. If the number of workers increases by 50%, something increasing by 50%, I can say it is becoming 3 by 2 times of itself. Let's say 100 becomes 150, 50% increase, 1.5 times or 1.5 times. So I'll write it as, instead of N, now it is 3 by 2 N into, what happens to M? The number of hours they work increases by 20%. Now something which increases by 20% will be 6 by 5 times of itself. Nandini, you're asking, tell me a topic on LRDI calculation based. I didn't get your question. Topic on LRDI calculation based as in? Please elaborate so that I can answer properly. What exactly you want to know? Okay, number of workers, it is increasing by 50% to 3 by 2 times. Then it is becoming 6 by 5 times M. So what should happen to W? Think about this. N into M into W is the total wage. Total wage is not going to change. So if I've multiplied a 3 by 2 and a 6 by 5, okay, that means I'll have to multiply the reciprocal to W so that it remains same. 2 by 3 and 5 by 6. Or I can say my wage from W, it has become 5 by 9 W. This is 5 by 9. Look at this part. This is the change that is going to happen. N into M into W is already the total wage. But because of the increase in the number of workers, if I'm bringing in 3 by 2 and increasing the number of hours I'm bringing in 6 by 5, I'll have to multiply the reciprocals as well, that is 2 by 3 and 5 by 6. So I can see that earlier if the number of wage per hour, W is the wage per hour. If it was W, now it is 5 by 9 W. Hence, this implies what is the decrease? Decrease is 4 by 9 W. And how much is 4 by 9 W? It is 44.44%. Okay, that is how you answer. Calculation based में any topic can come except arrangement and all. It grouping में calculation आ सकता है. Games tournaments maybe also you can get calculations. Okay, any kind of even linear arrangement maybe you can get calculation. There was a question on base system and this linear arrangement combined. So there's no such particular criteria that calculation based will come on this. If it is DI then it is something else, but LR may be calculation based LR आ सकता है. DI to anyways is calculation. Pratik, can you explain this using percentage method? हाँ, percentage method में भी कर सकते हैं. This is actually percentage. What I did is converted percentage to fraction. But more or less this is actually percentage only. If you do it by percentage, same thing. Look at this. I have total wage. Let me write it here. Total wage. I get 50% increase in the number of workers to 1.5 N. 20% increase in the number of hours they work to 1.2 M. And let's say the new wage per hour is W dash. Now this is N into M into W, and this is like 1.5 N into 1.2 M into W dash. N M gets cancelled out, so W dash is equal to W by 1.5 into 1.2. How much is 1.5 into 1.2? 15 into 12, 180, 1.8, or I guess 5 by 9 W. Percentage method. The new wage per hour is 5 by 9 times the old wage per hour. So what's the reduction? Reduction is 4 by 9 times, which is 44.44%. Is it clear, Pratik? Good afternoon, welcome all of you, welcome to the session. I hope it is clear now, this question. Yes or no? Nothing difficult. Time and work, a simple question. Time and work is one area you definitely get questions from. So do practice a lot of questions from this area so that when you see a question from this in the exam, you'll feel absolutely confident. एक दो question कर लिया तो you'll feel good that okay, my solving has already started. I have got 6-9 marks in my bag and I can move forward. So it's a confidence booster also. And not many difficult questions can be asked from this area. So no matter how it is asked, you should be able to solve. Just make sure you solve around 50-100 questions on time and work. Extremely important. Definitely try and pay attention to it. Okay, let's look at the next question. Question number 2. If 5 to the power a is equal to 6, 6 to the power b is equal to 7, 7 to the power c is equal to 8, 8 to the power d is equal to 9, and so on, till 24 to the power t is equal to 25, then find the value of the product. These are good questions. Sure, you are systematically at one place. Find the value of the product A, B, C, D, E, F till S, T. ये product निकालना है. Find the value of this product. Let me write the options. This. So how should I think on this question? 5 to the power A is equal to 6, 6 to the power B is 7, 7 to the power C is 8, 8 to the power D is 9 and so on. And I have to multiply their indices. किसका product पूछा है? A, B, C, D, E, F. What's the product? Is basically the product of the indices 5 to the power A. A is in the power. So if I'm multiplying the indices, so I'll have to somehow bring the index to the base, and then I can maybe multiply, find the value of A in terms of 5 and 6 maybe, and that clearly gives us the hint that I'm going to use log in this question. So it's a question of logarithm. Whenever you will try and bring the index to the base, log is the way to go. So it's a question of logarithm. For example, I take this and I'll take log on both sides. So I can write A log 5 equal to log 6. I can write A is basically log 6 by log 5. Once you figure out this, then this question is extremely easy. Once I figure out that I have to use log, it's a very easy question. So A just as similarly I can write B as log 7 by log 6, same logic, and so on. Same logic. Now when I multiply now A, B, C, D, E, F till T, so this is like log 6 by log 5 into log 7 by log 6 into log 8 by log 7. It's like a chain now. Okay. The last part is T will be log 25 by log 24. So this is like S is log 24 by log 23, and then log 25 by log 24. So now if you look at it, everything gets cancelled out except the first denominator and the last numerator. So I'm left with log 25 by log 5, which is nothing but log to the base 525, and this value is 2. That is my answer. Is it making sense? Such an easy question. Just if you figure out that I have to use log in this, it's a very easy question. Nothing difficult about it. Only thing you need to do is just you figure out that यहाँ पे log use होगा. Why log? Because I'm multiplying the indices. So to bring them to the base, I'll have to take log. Hope it makes sense to all of you. Yes or no? Just give a thumbs up. Is this question clear or not? Very easy question. Just you have to take log and it forms a chain. Everything gets cancelled out. First denominator and the last numerator. These are the two terms left. And after that you can easily solve this. Log is yet another important area. Last 4 or 5 years if you analyze, you are getting at least 2 questions in each slot in logs. So logarithm is something which you can easily capitalize on because it's not a very difficult area. Some rules are there, you need to know some rules and then practice some standard questions, and then automatically you'll feel comfortable around logs. You know that questions are going to be asked, so why not prepare it thoroughly so that when you see questions in the exam, you're not afraid of that chapter. RI question, you pick yourself 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19 and see the number of questions that have been asked from the log chapter. Okay, hope it is clear to all of you. People attending live right now, do like that video and subscribe to the Unacademy CAT-alyst channel. Feel free to ask questions. Okay, this is not a session where I'll just do the questions and you write it in your copy. Feel free to share your approach, any problem you're facing, or you have any questions in your mind related to the solution. Feel free to ask. Okay, I'll try my best to answer all your queries, but feel free to ask questions. All right, let's see this. Try this one. What is the maximum value of this expression? What is the maximum value of this expression? I'll wait for 30 seconds. If you have any answers, please write your answer in the comment section. It's not a very difficult question, easy question. If you have any answers, please write your answer in the comment section. What is the maximum value of this expression? Now, to be able to solve these kind of questions, we should be exposed to these kind of questions beforehand. Just take a look at the denominator first. Numerator तो anyways constant है. 4x to the power 4, correct. 4x to the power 4 minus 32x square plus 75 दिया हुआ है. I'll write it as 2x square whole square minus 2 into 2x square 8 plus 8 square plus 11. 75 I wrote it as 8 square plus 11, so that this thing becomes a plus b whole, sorry, a minus b whole square. So this is like 2x square minus 8 whole square plus 11. So this expression now becomes 22 divided by 2x square minus 8 whole square plus 11. Now our objective is to maximize this. Now if you want to maximize a ratio, when 2x square minus 8 whole square plus 11 will be minimum? Yes, now if my objective is to maximize a ratio, I'll try and minimize its denominator. If I want to make the denominator minimum, look at this. In the denominator, 11 is constant. You cannot change that. The only thing that you can play with is this value. But this is again a perfect square. So if you want to minimize it, what's the minimum that a square number can get? It's 0. So this implies minimum of 2x square minus 8 whole square plus 11 is equal to 0 when x is equal to 2. जब x 2 होगा ये वैल्यू 0 हो जाएगा. Sorry, minimum 0 क्या लिखा हूँ? Minimum is 11. That square thing will become 0. So if minimum is 11, so you get 22 by 11. The value is 2. This is the answer. Look what the approach is. Okay, approach कैसे की? We cannot differentiate and do all those things here. So I'll try and convert the denominator in the form of a perfect square and then try and solve it. Okay, hope it is making sense to everyone. Yes or no? Just give a thumbs up, all of you. Are you clear on this one? It's a very simple question if you understand it. Not difficult at all. Very simple question. But just that you need to know the approach. इसको कैसे करना है. All right. Okay, let's go to the next one. Try and read this question. The question on time, speed, and distance. A good question. A good question. Just read it carefully first. Gagan, who was traveling in a 400-meter long train, standing exactly at the midpoint of the train, sees a pole pass by him at 8 a.m. He immediately starts to walk 100 meters towards the engine. So मान लो this is the train. So Gagan is at the midpoint, so he tries to walk 100 meters towards the engine, and then comes back to 50 meters, then goes to 50 meters, and his movement is like this: 100 meters towards the engine, turns back, walks 50 meters, then turns back and walks 25 meters, and so on. He goes on like this, half in opposite direction. So if I have to calculate total distance traveled by Gagan in any one direction, if I take in any one direction, let's say in direction of engine, तो पहले तो 100 मीटर प्लस में जाएगा, बट 50 meters will be minus because he is coming back. Again 25 meters plus, minus 12.5, and so on. He continues to do this. So this is like an infinite GP. So 100 by 1 plus 1 by 2. What is this distance? So this is like 200 by 3, 66 whole 2 by 3 meters. This is the distance, not the total distance that he has walked. This is the distance that he has walked in the direction of the engine. Okay, this is the distance that he has walked in the direction of the engine. Again, the speed of Gagan is 5 meter per second. So what is the total time that he takes? Total time that he takes is 100 by 5 plus 50 by 5 plus 25 by 5, and so on. He does that. 100 by 5 is 20, 50 by 5 is 10, 25 by 5 is 5, and so on. 20 whole into 1 minus 1 by 2. The total time for which Gagan travels is 40 seconds. And in these 40 seconds, what is the distance that the train would travel? Train kitna travel karega? Distance traveled by the train in this 40 seconds. The speed of the train is 45 kilometers per hour. 45 into 5 by 18, 9295 220. It is like 500 meters. Now think about this. Gagan in the train has moved ahead by 66 whole 2 by 3, and the train itself has gone ahead by 500 meters. And उन्होंने पोल को क्रॉस कर लिया. So what's the total distance by which the pole and Gagan they are apart? Its total distance is 566 whole 2 by 3 meters. Just add these two. Try and visualize the situation. Gagan is standing inside the train. If let's say Gagan is not also moving, मान लो Gagan move नहीं कर रहा है and they have crossed the pole. Now the total distance that the train travels, that's the total distance by which Gagan will be away from the pole, right? So that is 500 meters. Anyways 500 meters तो हो ही रहा है. But Gagan is also traveling inside the train. तो Gagan अपना original position से he has gone ahead by 66 whole 2 by 3. तो उतना distance भी add हो जाएगा to the total net distance from by which Gagan and the pole are away. Hope it makes sense to all of you. So 566 whole 2 by 3. This is 2 by 3, ये 1 by 3 गलत से टाइप हो गया. Option B. 566 whole 2 by 3. That is the answer. Hope it makes sense. TST is one area where you have to visualize a lot of the time. Like it's not like an area where you just apply the formula and get the answer. Most of the times you will have to visualize the question and then arrive at the answer. Okay. All right. Let's see the next one. Question number 5. If n is a natural number, then 1 factorial whole into 1 square plus 3 into 1 plus 1 plus 2 factorial whole into 2 square plus 3 into 2 plus 1 and so on till n factorial whole into n square plus 3 into n plus 1. This value is how much? Series and numbers, you can combine this. Option A, n plus 1 factorial whole into n plus 3. Option B is n plus 2 factorial. Option C is n plus 1 factorial whole into n plus 3 minus 3 and n plus 2 factorial minus 3. These are the 4 options. Let's try and think how we should approach this question. Let's take 30 seconds and think about it. It's a simple series and obviously you can see the pattern. Pattern क्या है? but just think about it, how it can be approached. If I take this first term, let us see इसका क्या आता है. 1 factorial whole into 1 square, or let us do it in this way. General term लेते हैं. General term is n factorial whole into n square plus 3n plus 1. I can write n square plus 3n plus 2 minus 1. N square plus 3n, I can write it as n plus 1 whole into n plus 2 minus 1. So if I open it, n factorial into n plus 1 into n plus 2 is basically n plus 2 factorial minus n factorial. This is the pattern we wanted. So this general term becomes n plus 2 factorial minus n factorial. That means first term can be written as 3 factorial minus 1 factorial, plus the second term can be written as 4 factorial minus 2 factorial. The third term can be written as 5 factorial minus 3 factorial. So the last term is n plus 2 factorial minus n factorial. Is it making sense? So plus 3 minus 3. Everything will get cancelled out except this 1 factorial and 2 factorial. So we'll be left with this n plus 2 factorial, and इसके पहले n plus 1 factorial आया होगा, minus 2 factorial minus 1. First two terms minus में and last two terms plus में, यही दो तुम्हारे बच जाएंगे. So now if you just simplify it a little bit, I can take n plus 1 factorial common. So it is n plus 2 plus 1, so n plus 3 आ जाएगा, minus 3. So n factorial into n plus 3 minus 3, option C is my answer. Not a difficult question, but again you will have to figure out the general term. Most of the times when people see these kind of questions in the exam, they tend to skip this. Please do not skip these kind of questions. Make it a habit, like at least 20, 30, 40 questions before the exam. Practice in this way. You will definitely feel confident in the exam when you see such questions. Okay. I hope these questions made sense. These were the 5 questions I wanted to discuss. Focus on the thinking approach. Okay, like in this questions, if I said hint is to use log, I said log in this question, but what if you were alone in the exam and solving? Can you think of log, and what is the logic of involving log in the question? Okay, those things you have to think about it. जैसे ये question है, मैंने पहले ratio में किया, and then I got a question by Pratik that how to solve it in percentage method. So you should be able to think of it in multiple ways. Okay, every question. This one again, maximum minima, new question. What can be done? What is the approach? Only when you solve such questions you will get an idea of how it's done. Okay, hope it gave you a little insight on what kind of a thinking approach you should develop at this point. Okay, that's the purpose of these sessions. Now here are a few batches coming up for CAT 2022 and 2021. You can join in these batches, and to join a batch you need to take a plus or iconic subscription. Don't forget to use my code DASLive and avail a 10% discount while you're taking the subscription. Now these are some price points you can compare for plus and iconic. In iconic you get all the benefits of plus, including a few additional benefits, but you can use my code to avail a 10% discount. Now this is Unacademy Combat. It's a weekly scholarship test, and you can participate in this using my code DASLive. And using this code you can register for free, and if you do well you really get good discounts on the subscription prices. So go ahead and participate in this. So that is it for this session. I hope you guys understood the questions and liked the class. Do subscribe to the channel and like this video, and share it with your friends who are also preparing for CAT 2021. Thank you once again all for joining, and see you again in the next session. Till then, keep practicing and have a nice day all of you. Bye bye.